from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on channel 480 and 124 on Startimes. Yes, there is news on your device, but hearing an analyst's perspective is the icing on the cake that Daybreak Africa provides. Break. Start your day with prompt analysis of the latest news, trends,
you see these people, they are so agile, they can do
politics.
We have to go back to that regional system. That is the foundation of this country, for God's sake.
Entertainment, fashion, culinary skills,
So first I'm going to be pouring the oil inside because
religious and cultural events amongst others on Daybreak Africa. For a rich mix of analysis and current issues, tune in daily from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on channel 480 and 124 on Startimes. Yes, there is news on your device, but hearing an analyst's perspective is the icing on the cake that Daybreak Africa provides. Break. Start your day with prompt analysis of the latest news, trends,
you see these people, they are so agile, they can do
politics,
We have to go back to that regional system. That is the foundation of this country, for God's sake.
entertainment, fashion, culinary skills,
So first I'm going to be pouring the oil inside because
religious and cultural events amongst others on Daybreak Africa. For a rich mix of analysis and current issues, tune in daily from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on channel 480 and 124 on Startimes. Yes, there is news on your device, but hearing an analyst's perspective is the icing on the cake that Daybreak Africa provides. Break. Start your day with prompt analysis of the latest news, trends,
you see these people, they are so agile, they can do
politics,
We have to go back to that regional system. That is the foundation of this country, for God's sake.
entertainment, fashion, culinary skills,
So first I'm going to be pouring the oil inside because
religious and cultural events amongst others on Daybreak Africa. For a rich mix of analysis and current issues, tune in daily from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on channel 480 and 124 on Startimes. Yes, there is news on your device, but hearing an analyst's perspective is the icing on the cake that Daybreak.
Good afternoon and welcome to another amazing episode of Peace Zone with Peace Ambassadors on your favorite channel, KAFTAN TV Abuja. And as I always ask you, which is very important for you and for everyone around you, how are you doing today? I hope you're peaceful with yourself, others, and the environment. Hope you're ensuring justice, security, and development in your spaces. I'm Abolade, your peace building facilitator and host. And I also want to use this opportunity to share some of the things you might need to know about this program, because the aim of this program must be known. Aside from the fact that we're bringing guests here, the core advantage or the objective is that you should be aware about conflict situation in different places, understand more about peace-related issues, and our guest also expose you to know what better means of resolving conflict in different spaces, and that is very important. And if we can ensure that in different means, I believe that some of these conflicts we have, those ones that have been resolved already, will not reoccur, and those places that doesn't have conflict situation, they will also use some conflict prevention mechanism not to let them occur at all. And to remain consistent on that, when you do that, you are also helping yourself to remain secure. When you're secured, when your environment is secure, definitely there will be means for your business to thrive. And that's why you need to also bring your business to the fore for this program to be sustainable, to be consistent, and to make a whole lot of impact than what we are doing right now. And to do that, you can be a partner by contacting those contacts on your screen, which is +234-810-966-1910. Or you can send an email, which is ppepnet@gmail.com or info@pepnet.org. And just like I will be saying, this particular episode is a unique one. Actually, we plan for BORNO State, but over time, that it's been a series on different conflict situation in northern Nigeria. And we'll be going back to know how well you've done, or how well can you remember some of the episode we've done in the past. And if you remember quite well, we have ventured into southern Kaduna, and looking at the conflict situation in southern Kaduna exposed us to the conflict situation in the entire state. And from there, we also have looked at issues in Taraba, looking at the issues of elder farmer clashes in that place. We also pay attention to what is going on in Adamawa right now. Adamawa Plateau State also has been one of our focal points of looking at how different stakeholders are doing, and how this have also affected places like Benue and Zamfara. But when we come back, we'll be looking at how all these have a cumulative effect in which transforming conflict situation to a better situation for all of us to arrive at peace zone. And I just want you to stay back. When we come back, we shall continue on this particular edition of Peace Zone. Stay glued.
Yes, there is news on your device, but hearing an analyst's perspective is the icing on the cake that Daybreak Africa provides. Start your day with prompt analysis of the latest news, trends,
Exactly, and then you see these people, they're so agile, they can do it.
politics,
We have to go back to that regional system. That is the foundation of this country, for God's sake.
entertainment, fashion, culinary skills,
So first, I'm going to be pouring the oil inside the pot, and I will
religious and cultural events, amongst others, on Daybreak Africa. For a rich mix of analysis on current issues, tune in daily from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on channel 480 and 124 on Startimes.
Welcome back to the amazing edition of Peace Zone, where we look at conflict from the way they are. We try to analyze them, looking at the root causes of these issues. We also pay attention to the stakeholders, looking at different means of how they contribute to the power relations that exist in different conflict contexts, especially from those ones we have been working on. Actually, we plan to bring Esther Jubri into this particular conversation to expose us to what is happening in Borno State. Borno State is actually a critical aspect of issues when it comes to conflict situation in Nigeria, and it's very important that we also put this into perspective, because we know that if places like Borno, we know what is happening in Borno State, definitely is going to also capture the entire Bay reality. The Bay State, which are Borno, Adamawa, which we have treated Adamawa already, and Yola is another part that we'll be treating very soon. So, but even with that, we are hoping that our connection goes through. But even at that, we'll be using that space of time to discuss things around conflict transformation processes in all the states we've treated in the past. And when we are looking at conflict transformation, it's cut across all contexts of conflict. And it also relates to you personally seeing this, which means that you need to understand how conflicts are, the conflict dynamics in a place, and how it might be your family, it might be in a marriage setting, it might be a church or a mosque or that is having such conflict. You must be able to study it and see how you can transform them from a conflict situation to a peace zone. And the first thing you should be looking at in that instance, also put in mind all the states we've looked at, that is Southern Kaduna, Adamawa, Taraba, Plateau, Benue, and Zamfara. All these states have something in common. One, the root causes are from a particular space. The people have similar religion. In some places, there are diverse tribes, diverse religious groups. There are issues around resource mobilization or scarcity of resources in most of these places we have looked at. And sometimes it's also beyond that. It goes to issues around identity crisis, which is who are you, where are you coming from, and all that. Looking at those backgrounds, it's important to study it properly to know the best approach to be used to analyze and to manage such conflict. But as I said, we'll be paying more attention to conflict transformation. And for conflict transformation, I will just be looking at 4 major steps in looking at conflict transformation. And the first thing is about, let me even explain a bit on what conflict transformation is. Is that process of analyzing conflict and with the aim of bringing different means of identifying how to take people from the stage of conflict to a place of peace. And we hope that I would like to know if Mrs. Esther is joining. Okay. So while we have, she's not connected yet. So I will just continue as I said. So conflict transformation is understanding the conflict, knowing what the conflict is all about, and developing mechanisms to bring people from a particular strategy from a particular state to another state. Now, the first one I'll be looking at, which Peace Education and Practice Network really dwell on more, is stakeholders transformation. So when you get to a conflict and you see maybe children are being affected or people are fighting and all that, the first thing is to look at the people and look at what exactly are these, who are these people, and that's why we pay attention to stakeholders analysis. And from that, you also look at the issues in particular, which is issues transformation. It might be an issue of food security, then you pay attention to that. What exactly is happening? What is the cause of this problem? Now, from food security, it might actually be beyond that. Then you keep probing further as a conflict analyst. When you keep probing, then before you know it, you understand what the root cause of that problem is. And from that, you also look out for the system that make that structural violence thrive for that long period of time. And when you do that, you are understanding the scope of the violence or of the conflict. And in the process of time, understanding context, understanding situations, then you also do what we call legal transformation. That is putting institutions in place so that there can be total sustainable changes for a long period of time. And that's why you cannot do this in isolation of the other. There's also another thing that we might be looking at while I might go on a break. When we come back, we'll be looking at some of the tracks that are important in managing conflict situation in different aspects. We'll be looking at different tracks that ensures that when you're trying to make these changes, you carry all these people along to make it sustainable and achievable and also smart in nature. I'll also be looking at that. But just stay glued and we'll continue when we get back from the short break.
Yes, there is news on your device, but hearing an analyst's perspective is the icing on the cake that Daily Break Africa provides. Break. Start your day with prompt analysis of the latest news, trends,
Exactly, and then you see these people, they're so agile, they can do a lot of
politics,
We have to go back to that regional system. That is the
Thank you very much. We are very sorry that we couldn't bring the connection did not allow us. Internet and the challenges that comes with internet sometimes, or network sometimes, is something we cannot predict. But I'm sure that we will still treat the conflict situation in BORNO State. But before we go, I will just be sharing one or two things around the multi-track diplomacy that ensure conflict management to be easy and possible, conflict transformation to be easy and possible in any given context. So when you're looking at that context, you look at the warring parties, then you do your stakeholder analysis. In the stakeholders analysis, you identify some power roles, people that might influence decisions. When we're looking at multi-track in this sense, you look at institutions that I mentioned the other time. You need either the government to also be a part of it so that they can sustain it in the long run. You look at international government, non-government organizations that can have resources to and interest in such particular issue. You pay attention to media. Media is and you're also getting this information through media. You pay attention to that. You look at educational frameworks or institutions that can help you with research and different things to ensure that this make ways. You look at religious and traditional leaders. All these are very important stakeholders that will ensure or that will make your conflict transformation mechanism to be easy and achievable. There are other things we'll be looking at, and hopefully when we have another time like this, because there's always opportunity like this to share peace-related content like this. When we have this kind of opportunity, I also continue to let you know different metrics to achieving conflict transformation with ease. So I want to say thank you for seeing this and for being part of this. And I want to say feel free to reach out to us to partner with us on this show, because when this program succeed, peace will also be available to you. And when you have peace, definitely your business, anything you're doing will thrive. Peace comes first before anything you are doing. So please reach out to us through that contact showing on your screen. And with that, we will actually achieve peace together. Deepest appreciation goes to KAFTAN TV management team, Abuja, the management of Perplet, and the P-Zone project team who have put all this together, and everybody behind the screen helping me to make this happen. Sharon, a lot of people that are behind the screen helping us. Chris, thank you very much. And people who are in the control room, we really appreciate you. And we're saying that we are doing this to ensure that our world is peaceful, and want you to keep doing what you're doing so that we can have a peaceful world together. Join us again next time on another interesting episode of P-Zone on KAFTAN TV. And when you do that, please ensure that you stay safe, you stay peaceful, you stay developed, and together we will make a peaceful world for all of us. Bye for now.
Yes, there is news on your device, but hearing an analyst's perspective is the icing on the cake that Daybreak Africa provides. Break. Start your day with prompt analysis of the latest news, trends,
Exactly, and then you see these people, they're so agile, they can do it.
politics,
We have to go back to that regional system. That is the foundation of this country, for God's sake.
entertainment, fashion, culinary skills,
So first I'm going to be pouring the oil inside the pot and I will
religious and cultural events amongst others on Daybreak Africa. For a rich mix of analysis on current issues, tune in daily from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on channel 480 and 124 on Startimes. Yes, there is news on your device, but hearing an analyst's perspective is the icing on the cake that Daybreak Africa provides. Break. Start your day with prompt analysis of the latest news, trends,
Exactly, and then you see these people, they're so agile, they can do it.
politics,
We have to go back to that regional system. That is the foundation of this country, for God's sake.
entertainment, fashion, culinary skills,
So first I'm going to be pouring the oil inside the pot and I will
religious and cultural events amongst others on Daybreak Africa. For a rich mix of analysis on current issues, tune in daily from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on channel 480 and 124 on Startimes. Yes, there is news on your device, but hearing an analyst's perspective is the icing on the cake that Daybreak Africa provides. Break. Start your day with prompt analysis of the latest news, trends,
Exactly, and then you see these people, they're so agile, they can do it.
politics,
We have to go back to that regional system. That is the foundation of this country, for God's sake.
entertainment, fashion, culinary skills,
So first I'm going to be pouring the oil inside the pot and I will
religious and cultural events amongst others on Daybreak Africa. For a rich mix of analysis on current issues, tune in daily from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on channel 480 and 124 on Startimes. Yes, there is news on your device, but hearing an analyst's perspective is the icing on the cake that Daybreak Africa provides. Break. Start your day with prompt analysis of the latest news, trends,
Exactly, and then you see these people, they're so agile, they can do it.
politics,
We have to go back to that regional system. That is the foundation of this country, for God's sake.
entertainment, fashion, culinary skills,
So first I'm going to be pouring the oil inside the pot and I will
religious and cultural events amongst others on Daybreak Africa. For a rich mix of analysis on current issues, tune in daily from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on channel 480 and 124 on Startimes. Yes, there is news on your device, but hearing an analyst's perspective is the icing on the cake that Daybreak Africa provides. Break. Start your day with prompt analysis of the latest news, trends,
Exactly, and then you see these people, they're so agile, they can do it.
politics,
We have to go back to that regional system. That is the foundation of this country, for God's sake.
entertainment, fashion, culinary skills,
So first I'm going to be pouring the oil inside the pot and I will
religious and cultural events amongst others on Daybreak Africa. For a rich mix of analysis on current issues, tune in daily from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. on channel 480 and 124 on Startimes. Yes, there is news on your device, but hearing an analyst's perspective is the icing on the cake that Daybreak Africa provides. Start your day with prompt analysis of the latest news, trends,
Exactly, and then you see these people, they're so agile, they can do it.
politics,
We have to go back to that regional system. That is the foundation of this country, for God's sake.